On a Friday night, Erev Shabbat, and 2 days before Rosh Hashanah, Foreign Minister Penny Wong did something very nasty and very sneaky. The Australian government announced that it was increasing its funding for UNRWA from $10 million to $20 million annually, effectively reversing the cut that the Morrison government made a few years ago because of UNRWA's textbooks and school curriculums which advocate jihadism and terrorist attacks against Jewish Israelis. In what should be a no-brainer, i.e. not donating public money to UNRWA for the sponsorship of Palestinian Arab terrorism, the Albanese government demonstrated yet again that despite the warm and fuzzy words it used during the election campaign, it really is not a genuine friend of Israel. But the subsequent reaction was equally disturbing. The Zionist Federation of Australia did put out a rather bland statement of condemnation, no doubt claiming that it has to be mindful of its ongoing relationship with the government of the day. But everyone knows that when it comes to the politics of Israel and Australia, the Zionist Federation is now so closely aligned with that of the Labor Party, there is virtually no daylight between the two organisations. Over a week later, and there is still nothing from AJAC and nothing from the ECAJ, other than a passing comment in the Jewish News, or any of its affiliate state organisations which would much rather hold seminars on climate change and social justice issues than take a strong stance in support of Israel. And where's the opposition Liberal Party on all this? Where is Peter Dutton, or the Shadow Foreign Affairs Minister? Do you know who it is? It's Simon Birmingham. I had to look it up because neither of them have said a thing on foreign affairs since the election. This absence of any conservative political voice was further rammed home recently when the AJA executive of David Adler, Robert Gregory and I attended CPAC, the Conservative and Political Action Conference held over a weekend in Sydney. It was a pleasure to be in a safe space with 1,000 people where conversations on conservative values and common sense politics could be held openly and without the usual name calling from the woke left, who refuse to debate anything and can only throw insults around, such as right-wing extremists. The conference was something of a love-in for the Liberal Party until things got heated, when Malcolm Roberts of One Nation took to the podium and attacked the Libs for claiming to be a party of conservative values, but in reality just becoming a Me Too party that hasn't the courage to stand up and defend those very conservative values. He had a point. Wearing kippot and our AJA lapel badges, our areas of special interest was fairly evident, and David and I were approached by many people, Jewish and non-Jewish, who are either very complimentary on what the AJA is doing or interested in learning what the AJA is all about. The AJA team met people such as Nigel Farage, a range of Australian politicians including Jacinta Price, Alex Antic, Matt Canavan, Malcolm Roberts, Ralph Babbitt, and others like Johannes Leek and Warren Mundine, as well as catching up with friends such as the Outsiders crew from Sky News. So it is easy to see who our friends are, and to be honest, in light of what Penny Wong has just done, I see the current government as very cheaply trying to tell the Jewish community how much of an ally it is, while at the same time revealing how happy they are to throw Israel under a bus. Labor can't say that it stands for human rights, whilst at the same time handing money over to a United Nations organisation that so blatantly flouts Jewish and Israeli human rights. And all done while our community is busy preparing for the high holidays. Sorry, Albo, that doesn't cut it. And as usual, our woke communal organisations take the soft approach, so that it's left to us, the Australian Jewish Association, to stand up and be the loud voice that is so needed these days. Check out Robert Gregory's excellent op-ed in the Daily Telegraph. And thanks also to Rowan Dean for doing a powerful TV editorial based on AJA work. Of course, we're happy to do all this, but we need your support, both moral and tangible. There is a donate button on the website, jewishassociation.org, but stay tuned for a big announcement on this issue in the next couple of weeks. As they said at CPAC, if one person makes a ripple, it joins all the other ripples and we create a tidal wave that can break down walls. Together, we can do this. This is Alan Freedman from the Australian Jewish Association.